What up, though? And welcome to Let's Talk Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by Detroit Lions on the Prowl and Lions Nation Unite. It's your man, Curt. Still, today is Tuesday, Two-Piece Tuesday, August 9th, 2022. On deck for today's show, I recap yesterday's day 11 of Lions training camp. LL talks about how the Lions plan to play their starters on Friday versus the Falcons. And Coach Mike looks at how the Lions have moved up 21 spots on ESPN's team with the best talent under 25. But before we get into all that, it's time to bring in the rest of the crew. And this title seemed to stuck to him yesterday during the premiere. It's my man, Big Huggy from the Yak. My man, LL Cool Torrance. What's going on, my guy?
What's up, Proud Nation, and good morning.
Man, y'all know who it is, man. Fresh off the first day of practice, it's the coaching extraordinaire on that defensive line. It's who?
It's Coach Jones. It's Wolverine Lion Coach Mike Jones. What's going on, Lion fans?
Hey, let's get this thing started
Right now.
Let go.
It's Detroit Lions talk, baby.
Welcome to Detroit.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. Curt, tell us about what happened at camp yesterday.
All right, man. Training camp yesterday was light. You know, you right here for Detroit, you're home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. So we got to give you the news and rumors from yesterday. All right. So a light day of work. They were back in shells. They did mostly individual drills yesterday, or, position drills. They only did like one set of 11. It wasn't like multiple. They just really worked on, some individual things. Really wasn't a lot of things done yesterday. It was a late practice, started at 2:30. The fans were supposed to be there, but due to some weather, they were not there. NFL Network was in attendance yesterday. You had Sean O'Hara from NFL Network was there, and you had a couple other people was there. One guy, and we'll talk about one guy in particular that showed up, and I was like, okay, bruh, got to see him back in the building. But let's get to the injury. No change to the PUP list or NFI list. Jameson Williams, Romeo Okwara, Jerry Jacobs, Josh Pascal, and Jason Kabinda are still on the mend for now. So they did not come off of any of those lists. Jeff Okudah returned to practice after having a day off on Saturday. No concerns about his Achilles. Backup offensive lineman Ryan McCullum returned to practice as well. Julian Okwara, Levi Onwuzurike, Quintez Cephas are still out with those minor injuries. Ify and rookie wide receiver Josh Johnson did not practice, but they were there. They were there in, warm-up, sweats, whatever, during the practice. Taylor Decker and DeAndre Swift did not participate. They were on their scheduled day of rest. So all that being said, let's get into a little bit of what the offense did. DJ Chark and that Whoopi. Y'all know who the Whoopi is. It's Reynolds, the wide receiver, continued to tear it up down the field. And the Sun God and Khalif Raymond killed it, the defense underneath with those quick routes. So all in all, Jared Goff and his receivers had a great day for that first team unit. It's just more of what's been going on the same. Now that second team defense, which they should, because they absolutely suck, shut down Tim Boyle and David Blau doing those team drills. Players that stood out doing those team drills on the defense, because, Jeff Okudah goes back and forth between first team and second team, was Okudah, Mike Hughes, Chase Lucas, the other Hughes, Juju Hughes, and the muscle hamster himself 2.0. Malcolm Rodriguez was making some good plays out there on that second team defense. You have the safeties versus the tight ends, because this was always a good position battle when they're doing individual drills. Tracy Walker and Deshaun Elliott had some good days versus those tight ends. But you already know what happened. Elliott got cooked by Hawk, man, for a TD. He ain't big enough, man. You ain't tall enough, man. Hawk told him, we don't believe you. You need more people. All right, so running backs and linebackers, and cannot be a surprise. Our linebackers just suck in coverage, man. Those running backs is warm out. Hulu, Craig Reynolds was cooking people all over the place, man. you got those running backs. They just even Jamal Williams was like, shifty. They were just juking these linebackers out their shorts, man. So something to work on.
Okay. Jamal Williams is juking? Okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Running routes and doing his thing. But that's some of the notes that came out of practice. Personnel move we had yesterday. Lions signed offensive tackle Kendall Lamb. Now, this comes after undrafted free agent Zine Abid retired over the weekend. So the Lions are now back at their 90-man roster for camp. But this seems to be a trend right now of like, and it's not just on the Lions, it's throughout the league where these undrafted free agents are like, they just shutting it down. Like, okay, my football dream is over. They're not looking at their opportunities in camp to say, hey, let me say this. Let me preface this by this. That's just my opinion. Some of these guys are, medical reasons or family reasons, or they may look at it like, I got to get me a job because this may not be working out. So, spring football and those things are over right now. So, you got to look at maybe looking at trying it again down the line. The Canadian Football League they're already halfway through their season. So, not maybe a lot of roster spots to have up there in the north for football players, but it just seems to be like some of these young drafted free agents are saying, hey man, this may not be it. I may not be, it may not be the path for me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody it doesn't pan out for everybody. So good luck to that young man. Hopefully in his next step of life that he gets some success and work for his family, you know what I'm saying, and himself. So, but overall, it was a light day at work at Allen Park. Now they are back in action today. Practice starts early at 8:30. So we will have our recap tomorrow. But of course, tonight is also the premiere of Hard Knocks on HBO, 10 o'clock. Yeah. And so it's going to be one of those things, man. That's going to be the big focus of our show tomorrow. But day of work at Allen Park yesterday in Shell, so not much to really glean from what's going on at Allen Park yesterday. So what do you guys think? A quick recap of what's been going on the last couple of days.
I think the last couple of days, one thing that really has stood out to me has been the climbing of Malcolm Rodriguez in that linebacking core. I think that's been noticeable because Rodriguez was a 5th round pick. Mm-hmm. So, the fact that he gets valuable reps as a 5th round pick at a very important position, it just sticks out to me that 1, he's good, and 2, we are that bad at the linebacking position. That
you're saying that could be a curse too.
yeah. But I mean, that just sticks out to me, man. And I'm just happy that Craig Reynolds has also. He's locked down the RB3. I think we all know he's locked down that RB3. Shit, he might be RB2. Jamal keep playing. No, I'm not playing with you, but yeah, man. I just like the way our young talent has stepped up to the plate, and I'll get more into that into my segment, man. But what you got, LL?
Kind of the same feelings. The only thing about when I hear about the linebackers is. As Curt said, they're struggling in coverage. At least they're not struggling in other avenues. Like we've had linebackers before that wasn't really good at tackling. At least we don't have that much. You know what I'm saying? We've heard some good things, especially about Malcolm Rodriguez. Like he's good with the read and react and everything like that. So at least there's some positivity there. I'm glad to see. I'm glad to hear from a lot of people that went to the thing over the weekend. Like I just at work, I was telling people I went. They was like, "Oh yeah, I went too." Blah blah. So I didn't, just discovering some new Lions fans as well. So the team is building and the team is drawing interest. And of course tonight with the premiere of Hard Knocks, everybody gonna be tuned in. I'm already prepared for whatever conversations I'm gonna have tomorrow at work about it. So I'm hoping that I'm hoping Jared Goff does something so I can go to work and say fuck Jared Goff. But that's a joke, by the way. But
boy, they do that to you, dog.
Sure he did something to all of us last year. You seen them game. But I'm glad to hear the positivity coming out of camp, and I'm looking forward to more.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Man, you know what? I gotta say, man, a linebacker that can't tackle like a car with no engine. That shit don't go together, man. It just don't go together.
Yeah, that's a hot dumpster fire right there. For real. All right. Thank you all for checking us out right here, Detroit Lives of the Prowl. If you like the video, say give us a thumbs up. Go ahead and like it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. You keep coming back. So what you waiting on? It's free. It's free. If you need more free, it's free 99 and 50 free cents. Because you know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. We have our family discussion topic for today. Have a few questions, so answer, either one. Okay, how are you feeling about the team thus far? So what are your thoughts? And what are you looking for on tonight's premiere of Hard Knocks? I'll tell you what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the interactions between Aaron Glenn and Deuce Staley. Boy, I'm thinking that's going to be absolutely hilarious. And if you look at the Lions did release a Defend the Den last night. So if you haven't checked it out already, go over and check it out. And that's one thing that they said was there was the relationship between the coaches and those two in particular, how they interacted between each other. Basically, they did the beginning of the Defend the Den was they were interviewing the Hard Knocks people. So they interviewed the Hard Knocks on the Defend the Den. So that gives you a good preview for the night's Hard Knocks. So you can go ahead and check it out. What they talked about with the Hard Knocks personnel that's on site for the Lions in the current Defend the Den on their YouTube channel. So go over there and check it out. All right. So again, like the video, comment on the video, share the video, and click that notification bell so you know when you're getting more content from us right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Now it is time for the Curt cap switch up for today. I told you I'm doing the draft caps for this week. Today is the 2018 One Pride. Y'all see that thing? I got the shirt on today too. Draft cap from 2018. So make sure you take note of which cap I'm wearing each day, because like I said, it will be a giveaway and they'll have to answer a question about one of the caps. And I will be giving one away at the end of the Curt cap switch up at the end of August. Now it's time for my man, my Mellow. He got to get on that mic because he know he's jello. It's a big huggy bear from the Yak. The ladies love him. LL, what you got for today, my dude?
Well, on this two-piece Tuesday or Taco Tuesday, whichever area of the world you're in, or if you're lucky enough to have dollar conies on Tuesday, just seeing this interesting article, just saying that the Lions or Dan Campbell is actually planning to play the starters for the full first quarter on the in the first preseason game on Friday against the Falcons. I'm just going to share a quick quote from Coach Campbell. It says, "I know they're playing the starters early in the game, and I had already thought that was the way I wanted to go. So I'd like to get our starters some reps in this game, maybe a quarter, because there again, you just can't mimic game speed and game intensity. The only way to get ready for a season is to simulate that intensity. But at the same time, you want to be smart too." So we would, and this is interesting. I know I had mentioned about just people talking about things at work. We were talking about it yesterday. How in years previous, it seemed like teams played their starters differently in the preseason, but the preseason has changed. It's really only, it's only 3 games now with a bye week and things like that. So they kind of, you gotta plan it out. You got to plan it out, depending on injury and whatever else it is, rest and however it wants to go. But I'm kind of excited. I want to, we'll be able to get to see all of the things we've been hearing about. And if they're playing this much in the first game, they may not play that much in the remaining 2 games. So I guess we'll see. But if you guys have anything, what do you think about the Dan Campbell playing the starters for a full quarter? Well, it's actually Dan Campbell and Arthur Smith, the Falcons head coach. They're both going to play their starters for 1 full quarter on Friday. So what do you guys think about that?
I like the fact that what Dan Campbell said, and you can get them some game reps, and I like the fact they're going to play the starters for at least a quarter, but just be smart about it with the reps. I mean, limit the guys who are coming off injury. To be honest with you, I don't want to see Frank Ragnow on Friday. I don't want to see Taylor Decker on Friday. Hell, I might not. I want to see John Swift about a play. That's about it. But the rest of I don't want it to be where you got to be smart about it. You can't sit there and risk injury. And I heard something yesterday on NFL radio. I was listening to Sirius XM while I was driving, and they were talking about how the mindset of preseason has changed. They were talking about in the 80s where like you had the Giants and I forget another team they were saying they played, I think it was the Raiders. Like they played the starters played the whole game. They were the fourth preseason game. They played the whole game because they were trying to ramp up for the regular season. But that's how much the mindset has changed. And you look at the CBA, how it has changed, how the teams practice and things of that nature. So if you look at it, I'm like, I can see that where back then they were doing 2-a-days. Now we're doing it's a 1-a-day, and then you have film study and team meetings. Right. So, and then when you have a limited amount of time, you can have these guys on the field, limited amount of padded practices and things of that nature. So the mindset of the coaching staffs and the players have changed over the years, and you can see where they're just trying to be smart. But sometimes that does lead to injury because of the fact that earlier in the season, because effectively the first 3 games now are still really part of the preseason where these teams are still kind of rounding into shape. Because we just went down to 3 preseason games. There used to be 6 of them. Now it's down to 3. Now it's down to 3. So it was 6, then it was 4. Now it's 3. So, but be smart. Don't get your players, too much, work out there. Give them a little bit, and then you got to let those young guys go out there and battle for the position. So, what you got, Coach Mike?
Yeah, just to piggyback off that a little bit, it was 4 preseason games, but now it's down to 3. And you have to think about, I know a lot of people don't want the starters to play in that first preseason game. Like nobody wants that, they don't want to see people get hurt. But you got to think the third preseason game is really for the people trying to make the team. You know what I'm saying? So now you really only got that first quarter. Then you're probably going to have halftime to, the first 2 quarters of the second game. So really, you only got 3 quarters of play from the starters that we're going to see during preseason. So we're not even going to see the starters for an equivalent of a whole game. So, while I'm like, man, I hope, people don't get, I just don't. I'm not against it, but 2, I'm like, man, we only got 1 quarterback. He get 2 drives. He get 2 drives. Better get together in 2 drives, then you leave. It don't matter what the clock say. 2 drives. If it's 2 3 and outs, that's what it is. You got to get out the field. But yeah, man, I'm with it, man. They have to see what they have to put on the field. So you got to evaluate, man. So I'm with it. I'm with it. Whatever you with, I'm with.
I used to kind of like how teams would like hold players out of the preseason. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. Like AD back in the day, Adrian Peterson, they would always say like he won't play it down in preseason, stuff like that. We seeing, I don't know if he's going to play, but I think they're probably going to end up holding Stafford out of preseason. So we'll see. But one thing I do want to say just about this particular matchup, Arthur Smith was allegedly like the constructor of that run game down in Tennessee. So it's going to be at least tough up front. So I guess this should be, at least decently to see what we got against their O-line and against their defensive line, because they're trying to become a much tougher team too. So, and if y'all have one really, really quickly, if y'all have one, what's one player, either or if y'all can give both that y'all want to see, that y'all are looking to see in the preseason, and one that y'all don't want to see on the field at all in the preseason?
The one player I don't want to see at all on preseason or any other season or any other down is Timberwolves. I don't want to see him on the field at all. Yeah,
that's not what I meant.
Oh, my bad. My bad. No, my bad. Taylor Decker. I don't want to see Taylor Decker on the field at all, man. That's save him for the regular season, man. We just want to get him back healthy. I don't want to see Taylor Decker. One player I'm probably looking forward to seeing in the preseason. Not a lot. Maybe Trinity Benson to see if he can hold it down, because right now with Quintez Cephas being out, what can he do to solidify, maybe push Quintez Cephas on the trade block? I don't want to be traded, but I'm just saying, if show your worth, brother. Show your worth. You know what I'm saying?
All right. I'm actually go opposite of Kurt. I don't want to see Jared Goff out there at all. Like, I feel like what we seen at that family day practice, man, Goff is on point. He in sync with them dudes. Like, he don't need it. Like, he does not need it right now.
Mm-hmm.
If he was a little bit off target on his passes, I'd be like, okay, Goff need to go out there for 2 drives. But really, he don't need it, man, because we cannot risk. We cannot risk that.
Our backup situation is trash.
Yeah. And the person I would like to see the most out there is Malcolm Rodriguez. I want to see if his play transitions, if it transitions to game. You know, I want to see how it transitions and how he is with other NFL players, man. So I'm excited to see that, man.
Okay. If I can answer real quick, on defense, well, the one that I want to see more from, it'll be my guy from last year, Levi Onwuzurike. You know, he's getting a lot of hype saying, you know, he completely reshaped his body. He's supposed to be, you know, in better shape and supposed to be in prime ass kicking shape. So we'll see. And one player that I do not want to see at all this preseason, I want to say some of them O-line guys, but I'm going to go with Swift. I don't want to see Swift out because I have, in my head, I got big expectations for Swift this year. Yeah. So, you know, maybe hold him out and, you know, keep him from getting hurt. But, of course, you know, if you guys out there, you want to answer that as well, go ahead and tell us what you're looking for or who you don't want to see during the preseason. Go ahead, while you're doing that, like this video, man. Go ahead, throw us that thumbs up, write us a comment, share it with your friends out there. Tell people about the Lions because we coming. And after y'all watch Hard Knocks this evening, turn on Detroit Lions on the Prowl tomorrow morning, just to hear what we got to say about it too. But what's going on next, Curt?
Man, we got to pay some bills, man. Y'all know what it is, man. You know how we doing on Detroit Lions. Probably home for Detroit Lions in the rumor. Hey, going over to Fanatics.com, links in the description below. You know that's where Curt get all his fly caps. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm rocking the doggone, like I said, the 2018 draft cap, one pride t-shirt. It all comes from Fanatics.com. I mean, I'm living in the South, man. We don't get no Lions gear down here. But we sure get a lot of Packers stuff down here. I don't know how that works out. But go to Fanatics.com. Links in the description below. Like I said, a portion of the proceeds from that link go to help us grow the content on this channel. If you want to hang out with us on your favorite social media platforms, go check it out. Hang out with the crew. Go over to our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, or I have my own YouTube channel. Excuse me. I'm sorry for school and everything. But go over and hang out with us, our TikTok and Instagram. Man, if you know what I'm saying, if you want to get your, you know what I'm saying, if you're thirsty, you know what I'm saying, going over to LL's Instagram page, man, and quench your thirst. And with all that being said, if you want to hang out on a different platform, going over to Lions Nation Unite. They help bring us this content, and it is the ultimate virtual hangout for Detroit Lions fans. And go over and celebrate with my man Michael Banks over on LNU, man. He does it big. So hang out with the crew over there. It's your one-stop shop, the ultimate virtual hangout for Detroit Lions fans. All your favorite Detroit Lions content creators are over there. Micro Mike, Dosa Dion, Big Rad, Everything King. We're all posting content over there. So go hang out with us over there and chill out. The game day chats be turned up. And, you know, you can hang out with us, man. We be talking mad junk over there in the game day chats, just having a good time. So it's coming up soon. Games are on the horizon. So hang out with us right there. If you want to get yourself some Live Nation Unite gear, go on over and check it out. It's right there in the link as well. In the app, you can get the app in the Google, Android, or Apple App Store, or you can just go to LionsNationUnite.com and check that thing out. For us, you can go to DetroitLionsOnTheProwl.com and check out the content we have over there. And while you're there, you can click that link and get yourself some Prowl Nation gear at LionsOnTheProwlShop.com. And you want some good desserts, man, going over to Delightful Bites, man, but we will have more for them in dessert with your man, Curt. Now it's time for the big homie, man. 281-330-8004. Call who up on the low?
Yeah, that's Mike Jones' number, ain't it? No, I'm just playing with y'all, man. So this comes from what I want to talk about comes from Pride Detroit, who actually referenced the Football Outsiders from ESPN, who ranked the under 25 talent in the NFL. And like everybody been saying, Brad Holmes and got a lot of salutes from them for doing that. And that's partially because how we've had to play all those guys last year. I think that helped boost our rankings a lot. But so what it was is they used the quality of play, positional value, and the age adjusted for future improvement. Those are all factors that go into ranking those guys. And the Lions ranked number 7 on that list. 7. Woo! Because I believe we was 21 last year. We was 21, so we moved up 14 spots to number 7. So that lets you know right there, we top 10 in the league in players under 25. You know what that also means? We're going to have them players for 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Those players, most of those players are 4-year players, first-round players. They're 5-year, if you can extend them. And that's good, man, that we're not overpaying players to come on this team like Jamie Collins. You know what I'm saying? We're not just paying them to come here. And no, we got young, hungry talent, and the NFL sees it, respects it. And that just goes to Brad Holmes. That's one reason why Brad Holmes, that's the main reason why he became the GM, because his eye for talent in the draft when he was with the Rams. So that made me excited right there, man. What y'all got to say about that?
Yeah, I think he said he moved up 21 spots. They had us like a lot lower last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
no,
man, 21 spots. 21 spots.
I was saying we came up from 21.
No, we moved up 21 spots. All right, so we were like 28 last year. All right, so yeah, so the Lions, I think the Lions are building this team through the draft. That excites me. That the Lim players are growing. What excites me, is that the young players that we have are growing together. You think about this, right? They're growing up in this system together on this team. The coaching staff can mold these guys into what they want them to be as a unit. And that's kind of hard to do. Like you said, you get free agents that come in every year. Building the draft is also through the draft is also a way to build culture. You know what I'm saying? Like you can instill, you can get players to buy in when you give them young, and you can mold them. And they can, buy into the culture, and they can get the other players that's coming behind them to buy into the culture. It's hard to do that with some of those older players because sometimes they set in their ways. And like you said, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. That happened last year with Jamie Collins taking the play off, and he was out of here. See ya. But Brad Holmes may not be getting every player that we as fans as a fan base want, but I do trust him to do his job and build a winner in Detroit along the side of Dan Campbell. I like what he's doing. So the big ups to Brad Holmes for having that under 25 talent, and we can just build and we can be one of those young, hungry teams that, that can shock the world in the next few seasons. What you got, Ella?
Yeah, I like it. Because I don't know if it was last week or the week before last, they were ranking teams like I think in the next 3 years or something like that, and the Lions were in the bottom 20s. I think we're like 28 or something like that. So I didn't really like that. Like they were trying to rank, just projections in the next 3 years, and I honestly feel like we have, if not one of the very brightest futures in this entire league. So this just kind of quantifies it. We got a lot of talent that's under 25. I think I read the article. Or maybe I just skimmed through it, but I think they also mentioned, we have. More, of course, the draft is next year, but we have more draft picks next year, but we have 2 more first-round draft picks, especially. So we're going to be adding more talent that's under 25 and just keep on going and keep on going. And like Curt said, let that talent build together. So I'm excited. Of course, I've said it 100 times already on this show, but I'm anxious, man. I'm waiting to see what the future holds for.
Yeah. Now they finally got this list right. The list that they got wrong is that they projected us to be the 26th ranked offensive line next year. What the hell? They go from one extreme to another over there on ESPN with the Football Outsiders. They project us to be the 20. They had the Bears offensive line ranked ahead of ours. Are you freaking crapping me? That is no way, shape, in hell that the Bears offensive line can be better than ours. Yeah,
it feels like we'll make it through the season.
Yeah. So, but I'm glad that they got this list right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, with all that being said, y'all know what you got to do, man. Like this video, share this content with your friends. You know what I'm saying? Get it to more Lions fans just like yourself, man, because we're fans just like you. We want to share what we think about what's going on with the Detroit Lions, and comment on the video. Leave us a comment about any of the topics we talked about today, fantasy discussion topics, Hard Knocks, what you're looking for tonight on the premiere. Just let us know in the comments section of the video. We know you're gonna chat live during the premiere, but the comments, man, drop us a comment. We appreciate that. We want to hear from you guys because guess what? It leads to my favorite segment of the show we're talking about right now. It's time for the comment cards, baby. You know we got to get into them things. First up, we got Dr. Detroit. So I thought the family fest scrimmage went the same as the camp. He said, been seeing the same stuff, decent offense, decent pass rush, but not sure about the rest yet. Understandable. I feel you. See what you're saying there, Dr. Detroit. Thanks for hanging out. What you got there, LL?
Michigan Santa. What up, Michigan? If that's the Michigan, I know. I think he has got 2 ends, but shout out to you nonetheless. If the O-line can remain intact and relatively healthy and we can run the ball effectively, that will go a long way in helping Goff look much improved. Goff can be accurate and he is good in play action, but he needs a good run threat to complete stuff downfield. Go Lions. Yes, I agree. Michigan. Thanks for the comment.
Hey, and Michigan, let me know if you're the battle rapper from Pontiac, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
Let me know that.
That is not who that is.
Okay,
man.
Okay. I'm just saying, man.
I'm looking at the profile picture. That's not who that is.
Okay. You did research.
Yeah,
I got you.
I looked at the picture. That's not who that is.
Tornado says, he says, I wish the Lions would hire a quality second QB. Me too. Me too.
Me three.
I went through a list of them last week. When was the last time the Lions had a backup who was good enough to replace our lead QB? Glad you are 5 days a week, Prowl.
Sean, what was his name?
Sean Hill.
Sean Hill. That was the last good backup quarterback we had.
He wasn't good enough to replace.
He wasn't good enough, but he was good enough to.
But he was good.
He was good. Sean Hill was good. He was the last good backup quarterback we had. Because the rest of these dudes suck.
Right. They just man.
Yeah. No. King SJ friend of the show says hopefully next year I can get the family to the family fest and we will see what happens. Good theory, Coach Jones, about MCDC being the older brother figure as opposed to a father figure, and also love the choice of cap today, Kurt. And man, you know how it is. I said, man, I'm running through these things. Kurt cap switch up, man. We on the draft cap week, so. You know what I'm saying? Keep paying attention to these caps, man, because it's a plethora of caps.
Okay.
Shout out to my homie, Kneecap Biting with Smoking Jeremy B. Check him out there on Facebook and YouTube, I believe. But he says Goff looks as good as the media and the coaches have been saying. The defense show flashes first and second string. Pimpleton looked crispy in the run game. Blau is definitely the QB2 at this point. I agree. Now that's one thing. I've seen a couple like little clips of Pimpleton as well, just catching some decent passes from y'all's friend too. So he may be in the mix as far as that last wide receiver spot on the roster too.
Right. You're gonna start saying your friend too, because I've seen how you're looking at him. Shane Owens says, greatest show, you guys. Once again, keep up the good work. Detroit versus everybody. And yes, it is, man. You already know, man. We fighting out here. And we bite kneecaps.
Right. Yes. Bite those kneecaps. But of course, go ahead throughout the show, family discussion topic, or just during our news and rumors topic, leave us those comments. We'll pick 6 of them to be read on the next show. I think I was out of the frame, but 6 of them to go on the next show. And but we're gonna slide from segment to Kurt's segment, and that's all of our favorite segment. That is the Dessert with your man Kurt. What you got for us today, man?
All right, Dessert with your man Kurt is brought to you by Delightful Bites, custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. If you like how they look, you'll love how they taste. Go on over to the link in the description for her Facebook page. If you don't do the Facebook page, go on over to TikTok or Instagram, type in Delightful Bites, or you can email her directly at delightfulbites18@gmail.com. I'm telling you, go over to the Instagram and TikTok and see all that beautiful dessert footage. Delightful Bites. Get your cookie on. Former Detroit Lion Glover Quin was at practice on Monday. Now, why was he there? He is the new co-host of the Believe Sports Network, and the Believe on in Lions podcast. He's the new host over there, the co-host. They usually have a media member or a person who's a host, and then a former athlete on the Believe Network to be the co-host, and he just took over as the new co-host for the Believe on Sports for the Detroit Lions. And he was talking about how the culture has changed in Detroit, and he said one thing that stuck out to me, that one of the quotes I read about what he had to say about his time ending in Detroit was about Matt Patricia, and he said that Matt Patricia sat up on his throne and looked down his nose at the Detroit Lions. And that's one of the things that turned him off, and one of the reasons why he was like, nah, I can't do this. So if you look at that, man, he retired in like the middle of training camp. He was like, I'm out. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you have a guy who has that much clout. You know, he was the leader, one of the leaders of our team.
Yeah.
Not just the defense, but the whole team. And for him to shut it down like that, that shows just about how much a dumpster fire and a shit show it was under Matt Patricia in Detroit. But it's good to see him back. He's always stayed connected to the Lions and to Detroit. He's always, reached back. And I like to see him now that he is the co-host of the Believe on Lions, Believe Sports Network, man. So go over there and check that thing out, man. Glover Quin's always been a good ambassador for the game of football and the Detroit Lions. Yeah. So big shout out to my man GQ for doing his thing and joining that podcast over there on Believe Sports Network. All right, so that was your dessert with your man Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bites, custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. If you like how they look, you'll love how they taste. Delightful Bites. Get your cookie on. Now it's time for us to go ahead and take that quick stroll on over to the Wall of Fame, baby. All right, let's get it popping. First up, we got Joseph Carter in the Bronze Members group. You got Sage Roberts, Shano the Insano, and Bob Korowski. And silver members, we got my man Cap, Ice Cold, Batman on the 313, John Martin, and Henry Wallace. For the gold members, we got my man, Mr. Reliable, Michael Huck himself, Lane McQuiston, Michael Lewis. We got Lady Lionel of Douchebaggia. What up, though, Nicole? We got my man, Ruff and Raw himself, North and Ken, and the doctor, Dr. Detroit. He is always in. To become a member of that Wall of Fame, click that Join Now button in the description. Now it's time for final thoughts for today's show. My man, Big Huggy, what you got for your final thoughts for the day?
I just have a question. Like, with all the things that they be saying about Matt Patricia, why y'all ain't jumping? Like, we'd have took care of Fatty Patty. But of course,
say why y'all
on this, y'all should have. But
should have called trick on him.
Yeah. But Miss Sheila's up there now, and she gonna let that White Diamonds be the warning sign to these guys. But on this Tuesday, have a great day. Be kind. Get you some tacos. Get you a 2-piece. If you're lucky enough, get you a $1 coney. Have a great day.
Ooh, 4 quarters. Okay, right there.
Right on. Hey, we loving what's going on at the Lions training camp. We love the fact that these young players is getting respect. It's been a long time since our young players and got respect from the NFL, national NFL media. So it warms my heart, man, that this is what time it is. It's change. It's a new regime, and I'm liking it, man. So hey, y'all take care and be safe out there, man. Detroit Lions on the prowl.
All right, man. You know what it is, man. It is Taco Tuesday, 2-piece Tuesday. What did LeBron say? Taco Tuesday, man. It is, man. Hey, the week is starting out. Your grind is starting to get good right now. Hopefully everything is going good at work for you today, man. You're getting a little bit, it's getting a little bit frothy in there. You're getting a little bit of, you're churning out your work. You're doing good, man. You're going to work. You're looking good. You're feeling good, and you're being successful at work. I hope for everyone that's watching this show, everything is going good for you right now at your place of employment, at your home life. Everything is doing good, man. So keep grinding, man. And that's one thing. Keep it positive. And that's always what we want to do right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl, is spread that positivity. And again, happy birthday again to my daughter yesterday. She turned 31, man. Dad loves you, and I'm proud of you. So, keep grinding, keep doing your thing, young lady. I always have a warm place in my heart for my children, my cheering. You know, you always hear me talk about my son, but you know, that oldest one, that baby girl, she out there, she's still doing her thing. She grinding, great mother, doing her thing, got a good job, and she's doing, you're making me proud. As always, definitely doing your thing. For everyone else, man, it's Tuesday. Man, I hope you do good today at work, like I said, man. And I know you had that Taco Tuesday, that 2-piece Tuesday. You had the dollar coney, but you got to do something for your boy, man, because you're going to go into a meeting, and I want you to have no crumbs on your face. So if that happens, crumbs off your face, man. Finish your drink and get back to work, baby. And whatever you do in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, LL and Coach Mike, this is Curt Steele, and we will holla at you real soon. We love you, Jim.